Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Major development and major blow to the US's global plantation, which is formed of about 40 to 50 countries at the most. What happened? BRICS expanded. So Brazil, India, China, Russia, and South Africa admitted five more members. I'm sorry, six more members. Jesus Christ, six. And those countries are not, no offense here, Zimbabwe and Uganda, or countries that you might have never heard of having a, economic or military power or resources. No, there are some heavyweights. And when I talk about heavyweights, I'm talking about heavyweights. I have two articles, one from Russia Today, one from CNN. CNN just to confirm what Russia Today says. Then we have an article from the Telegraph with a person who writes an article in a very infantile way, and I'm going to show you why. And it's again, these weasels are going to try to play down this major global development. They will try to play it down. It's nothing. When you're going to hear what countries join or invited to join, and BRICS is not going to change its name, just so you know. Even if these six countries will join, BRICS will remain BRICS, the name. This is according to Lavrov, the foreign minister of the Russian Federation. So let's read this first article coming from Russia Today. Today, the 24th of August, 2023. BRICS reveals six new members. The group of rising world powers will more than double its ranks. Now, here are the countries, my friends. Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, now Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates are joining the BRICS groups of nations. So what do we have here? We have what? Three continents, correct? We have Argentina, which is South America, Egypt and Ethiopia, that's Africa, right? Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates is Asia, or Middle East if you want, in this case, but it's still part of Asia, are joining the BRICS groups of nations. Remember, Iran together with Saudi Arabia. And that's going to lead me to something else. It's going to lead me to this, I would say, weasel from a Telegraph. His name is Con Coughlin. Or Coughling. BRICS is now a motley crew of failing states. This was 7 hours ago. So he must have been aware of this development. I'm thinking this was what? It's 8 when I did it. So you tell me. First, I said, I know this motley crew means something bad. So I look for the definition. This is what motley crew means. Roughly organized assembly of characters. A motley crew is a cliche for a roughly organized assembly of characters. Typical examples of motley crews are pirates. Okay? Ragtag mercenary bands and freedom fighters. They may align with, be, or include either the protagonist or the antagonist of the story. So, pirates and mercenaries. This is, you can read this if you want. I just looked around, I skimmed through it and I said, okay, con, you're a con. You try to con us here. A con artist, that's what you are. Unbelievable, my friends. And then we have CNN Business, says the same thing, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Iran among 6 countries invited to join BRICS group. So if you think that this is just a small development, then I suspect, I'm talking about the Khan and others, not you that are with me here and want to really understand what the hell is going on, will just have to, I don't know, either open their mind looking at things objectively and analyze them regardless if they like or not the information. Otherwise, they were going to reach the wrong conclusion. This is my advice for those guys. Even CNN will recognize that Iran, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates as bad news for these guys here. And let me show you what they say here, because there's major implications. Oil powers, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, well, what about Iran? There's nothing over there, have been invited to become members of the BRICS groups of developing nations in its first expansion in over a decade. After joining next year will be Iran, also joining next year will be Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Argentina. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa said Thursday as he wrapped up the annual summit of the group in Johannesburg. All the countries invited had already expressed an interest in joining. The group currently includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So the membership will take effect from the 1st of January 2024 if the Americans are not going to create problems in these kind of countries. By then, that means, a little, how do you call it, spontaneous popular uprising. Because threats did not work. I talk about the 4 diplomatic tools that the United States unfortunately kept employing in the past about 30 years after the collapse of the Soviet Union. And those are, they have a toolbox. And they forgot about negotiations, diplomacy. No, because they got they're like the lion, which I understand that, but, you don't go and ask to get it. You just take it. And okay, who's going to come over to get whatever I got here? Nobody. Why? Because I'm the toughest. The problem is you got some other lions now coming and challenging your way of doing things. So again, United States, unfortunately, in the past 30 years has employed these 4 tactics for diplomacy. In their little toolbox, they threw out everything else, remained threats, blackmail, regime change, and invasion. That's it. That's their way of dealing with diplomacy. Now, unfortunately, with that, you have these guys that you grab them by the little dingy-lingy around you, which are some European countries, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, South Korea, and a few other Palau, plus Israel, but Israel is playing, even though, anyway, I'm not going to go into Israel because I don't know who's who. Is Israel United States, or which one is over there? But anyway, here it is, my friends. Remember that guy, not that guy, the fact that Iran joined the same organization, important organization. Do you think that these guys don't understand the implication of joining BRICS? I'm talking about Saudi Arabia, all right, or Argentina. Do you think that they don't know what's going on? They don't know that that would anger the shit of the guys in Washington, D.C.? Oh my, that definitely will. So joining that, they show, well, we're just coming here for a little bit. BRICS wants to form its own currency. They want to trade goods and oil, especially in own currency. So that means they're going to drop the dollar to a certain extent. So that means the petrodollar is very much threatened. Again, these guys are playing down that. I don't know, it's like you see an avalanche building up, coming towards you, getting bigger and bigger, to tell everybody, calm down, relax, nothing happens. It's coming. What are you doing? Anyway, you could hide, you could run, you could do something. No, they just choose to, well, it's nothing because we're strong, we're tough. That's how I see it. Now, again, the fact that Iran and Saudi Arabia are enemies somehow, they're getting closer together in the past year almost. They got together without the United States being over there, and you gotta hate him, you fight so I can control. And the other country over there is, great, daddy, good job, daddy, yes, you two fight, yeah. I like you, I don't like you, I don't like you, I like you, I don't like you, I like you, I don't like you, I like you, and so on. That's how it goes. So now the United States is busy somewhere else, and these guys somehow they do things together. So that tells me that all this hanky-panky with I don't like you, I hate you, I do this, it's organized and how should I put it? Maintained by an external power, an external interest. Dangerous situation here, definitely dangerous situation. In Argentina, there's going to be some elections, from what I know, and one of the guys is promoted by the West 100% because that guy really wants to bend over and get it deep from the United States of America, wants the dollar, wants this, wants that. It's against the common currency, wants to push Brazil back, and not good, not good. But hey, they're trying. This is the first attempt, and then they go further with that. There's going to be a little, as I said, popular, spontaneous. That's the keyword, spontaneous. Everybody is like, waking up. Oh, we got to go and protest right now. Let's go, baby. Ooh, that's spontaneous. Do you think so? Okay. Anyway, so what are the Americans going to do about it? They will try to, as I said, get their tail in these countries and try to change their decision by, all right. And then, obviously, if that doesn't work, they will keep minimizing it without acknowledging that that's an emergency. Things will grow. The BRICS countries, they get the resources. Can you see? These guys are with wind and solar energy, but they're still gonna need the fossil fuel. The United States has big reserves. I mean, this country is rich. It has a lot of oil and gas, so it can sustain itself. You know who can't? Europe. So Europe needs these guys. What is Europe gonna do? We're gonna be dragged by United States. Keep dragged by United States. Because they will become dependent on the United States' production of oil and gas and whatever, and it's going to be much expensive, much more expensive, and it's going to depend on them. And the United States, remember what they said about the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 pipelines and all those pipelines from the Russians? Oh, they can blackmail you. You depend only on them. They have monopoly. It's okay. Now we're going to have monopoly. So you're going to come and suck our thing. But it's okay because we're the good guys. And those guys were the bad guys. But hey, we're going to charge you a few times more than those guys. By the way, what happened with Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2? It's almost a year, my friends, almost a year in the investigation. And nobody tells us anything. Remember, if that would have happened to Canada or to the United States of America, oh my God, there would be a few countries already will get American democracy and freedom, like Iraq, for instance. Okay. Anyway, my friends, this is it. Bad news for these guys. And what can they do? They're going to try to do what I said. And then, I don't know, if they don't try to treat these guys as equals, they're going to have two different worlds on this planet. Two different, this is ours, this is ours, and sometimes we touch one another here and there. But hey, competition is good. We like diversity, don't we? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.